Hello, everybody. Welcome to Heels and Toe Shoes. Today, we're going to be talking about our mid-game presentation. We'll start off with our strategic vision. So, our vision statement is Heels and Toe Shoes desires to create affordable yet high-quality shoes that will support every step of our customers' fitness journey. Our strategic plan was a more value for money strategy. We wanted 15 to 30% profit margins in wholesale. We wanted to get production upgrades like option C to increase that SQ rating. We wanted to market and do celebrity contracts with people like LeBron Game. And finally, we wanted lots of models to attract customers. However, that has changed. Next, we'll talk about trends in revenue and image rating. So as you can see here in year 13, there was a bit of a dip. And this is because we decided to change our pricing strategy a little bit. We wanted to be more competitive with our competition, so we lowered our prices, which resulted in a dip. With image rating, you can see that we've been slowly improving it over time. We went from 70 to 85 there. Next, we'll talk about trends in EPS and stock prices. So you can see that there was quite a bit of a dip, mainly because we lost a lot of market share. However, we were able to recover that, and we went from $5 in stock price to around 56 now, which is nice. Next, we'll talk a little bit about market share. This is probably one of the biggest issues here. You can see that it was slowly decreasing, and we're finally getting it back up around year 14. You can see that in private label, there's been a lot of volatility, mainly because we've been putting more of a focus there. And you can see there in year 14 that we didn't have any Latin America sales. And this was not because we lost a bid, but because we just didn't have enough shoes to sell. With our shareholder relations, we issued $10,000 worth of shares. At the time, this was because we didn't want to take on more debt. We also have not paid any dividends, nor have we bought back in shares. And this is simply because at the time we didn't have enough money to. However, in the next 5 years, we're looking to put out more dividends to attract shareholders, and we're looking to buy back shares in order to increase our EPS. Debt levels, you can see in the initial year, we took out a bigger loan, and this was because we wanted to get those option C upgrades so we can increase our SQ ratings. Later, we took another loan because we realized that we were losing market share, so we really needed money to increase it. With credit rating, you can see we're hovering around B and B+. However, in year 14, we were able to get it to A+, which is going to set us up great for the future years. Next, we'll talk about production facilities and regional sales. So initially, we all started off with a North America and Asia Pacific facility. However, we have sold half of our equipment in North America. This is because we simply didn't have enough demand for those shoes. We're now transitioning to production to Latin America and Asia Pacific for cost-saving purposes. And in terms of distribution and sales, we initially lost a lot of significant market share in the initial years with each region due to a lack of that marketing and a lack of getting any celebrity contracts. Sales through internet and wholesale are pretty much even between regions. I think North America and Europe are doing a little bit better than the other two. And finally, sales through private labels have significantly increased, which is nice. With some lessons learned here, we decided to move in the direction of a little competition. So as you can see on the graph, a lot of our competitors are on this side of the graph with 500 models, higher SQ ratings. However, we decided to move where that market's kind of open over here with 50 models. So we've changed a little bit of our strategy there. Second thing is private label is a lot more important than you think. So we've been focusing on that because private label, you can take a $2 EPS and bring it up to $4 just with a private label, which is nice. And the last thing we've learned is that we need to manage inventory and our projected surplus just to avoid a lot of those warehouse costs and to get inventory circulating. Finally, with future and current changes are to reduce the model of shoes available just to avoid major competition. We also are now maxing out celebrity bids. In initial years, we were losing a lot of celebrity contracts because we were lowballing. Now We're also lowering prices and did clearances to reduce inventory surplus. And for some of our future changes, we want to increase marketing efforts to gain more market share, and we want to expand production in Latin America. And finally, we really want to meet those investor expectations with EPS and ROE. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you next time.